Gather round and let me tell you a story of realms long forgotten. There are tales of the Forest Kingdom, a place of honour and chivalry, known to some as the Land of the Purple Dragon, but known to all as Cormyr.
Hi, I'm Tilda, and I'm playing Hiram, a half-orc paladin.
Hi, my name's Carl. I'm playing Catcher Donahue, a human bard.
Hi, my name is Anton, and I play Balthazar, a Warforged Cloak of Azuth.
Hi, my name is Al, and I'm playing Slate, a changeling druid.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm playing Zombo, who is a halfling rogue/warlock.
And my name is Dan. I shall be the dungeon master on this adventure. Hello, everybody.
Hello, dear
Hello.
Dan.
How are we all?
Excited.
Good.
Yeah,
Good,
cannot wait.
Good.
I love a good TPK.
Shortest episode in the series.
Shortest episode ever, very easy to edit. We are here. We are at the finale of the Cormyr Echoes of War campaign.
Ooh dear.
All these long years of playing for us have led to this moment.
Yeah. This is it.
So,
Cue
With
the
that
final
in-
countdown.
yeah. With that in mind, who would like to begin?
If any of us say no, what does that do to your plans?
I ignore your pleas for help and carry on regardless.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, everyone.
Alright,
Hands
then
in.
yes. Yeah.
Teamwork.
Wow.
Warhounds makes more sense.
Okay. There we go.
All tales eventually come to an end, even those written about the brave heroes of Warhounds Limited, a small mercenary guild from the northern Cormyrian town of Arabel. From their first outing together on Victory Day, a decade since the defeat of the Netherese in the War of Shadows, the Warhounds have found themselves tied to the twisting machinations that have threatened Cormyr. Now, the Warhounds stand in the emotion-starved wastes of the Shadowfell, in a mockery of the Suzailan royal throne room. Their foe, Ioulaum, first of the Netherese sorcerer kings, teeters on the precipice of creating a new world for the Netherese empire. And thus, our story nears its end. But this is not a time for introductions. Alas, this is a time for conclusions.
Ooh. Dear.
And so, we find the Warhounds stood in what appears to be the ruined fragments of a dark mockery of the throne room of Suzail. Through the dust and the gloom, you can make out a sickly pink glow emanating from what appears to be a grotesque floating brain encased in some sort of glass orb, floating on a pedestal, dais where the throne of Cormyr would be. Ruined galleries, viewing galleries, run either side of you down the lengths of the throne room, and behind you stand Raedra, Magnus, Arin, Helenus, and Axicas. Before you stands the King of Cormyr, Ezered, very recently, hijacked by an intellect devourer, flanked by a number of mind flayers, as well as 2 gargantuan, pale-skinned illithids, approximately 9 foot tall, dressed in dark robes. The room itself groans in anguish as slightly sentient, root-like tentacles emerge out from cracks in masonry. The hole in the ceiling of this room gives way to a pitch-black sky, home to a giant tear through which you can see an upside-down Suzail. You can just about make out the citizens of Suzail stood in a perfectly organized manner, staring up at the sky, staring at you. As you look up the discolored, worn and tattered purple carpet that runs from underneath your feet all the way to the far end of the throne room, you see the dead-eyed look of the King of Cormyr regard you, and in an alien voice he says, "You have been given many chances. I offer you one last chance at salvation. Bow before Lord Ioulaum, and your transgressions will be forgiven in transformation."
Slate just shrugs their shoulders and looks at everyone else like, what's going on?
I think what my colleague is trying to say is they can transform as it is.
Yeah. No thanks. I'll pass.
Yeah, we didn't come all this way just to start kneeling.
Yeah, we are
Bad
too
knees.
old to learn now.
The pool underneath the brain behind Ezered glows more intensely, perhaps in anger. And Ezered speaks again. "Very well. Your deaths are your own." And with that, could everyone please roll initiative?
Oh god.
Do we have a choice in the matter?
Ooh, 11. While we're all kind of like gearing up,
Oh.
Slate's gonna write in the group chat. Well, say in the group chat.
Yeah, go Kaya.
Did I? Woohoo!
Nice.
Yeah, 24
Yeah, Slate will
catches, 7.
Slate's gonna say in the group chat to everyone like, did he say anything important or?
Not particularly. It was just the usual bad guy speech.
Yeah, you know.
Join me or
Cool.
die.
Okay, so we are still going for the slashing and the bashing.
Well,
Looks
as
that
long
way.
as we can.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a cleric initiative. Oh god. My
This
last.
is gonna hurt.
Oh dear.
Hold on. 25 for the big. Oh god.
So,
I am lost. Oh, fantastic.
as Ezered's voice echoes off the shattered walls of this dark, twisted place, you see the elder brain behind the 2 gargantuan illithids glow, and tendrils of white light reach out and pierce into the back of these 2 large robed mind flayers. You watch as their shriveled forms begin to become engorged with power as their eyes begin to glow. And the 2 children of Ioulaum take one glance at you and begin hovering forwards. As you watch them approach, and you feel that knot in your chests, before you get a chance to act, they look to you, they bring 2 fingers to their temples, as their eyes blaze with psionic energy.
Uh-oh.
I love how we joked about it.
you.
And then it happened.
Oh, it's bad. Okay.
Oh, so close.
Was that a sore?
20.
Did I not roll? Oh.
Level 1.
Dean?
Do you want us to roll 2 saves?
As the Mind Flayers bring their hands up and you close your eyes as you feel the air in front of you begin to shake, you hear what sounds like a loud crack in the sky. And you feel the air kind of get sucked out of the room and up into the sky. As you chance to look up, you can see what appears to be a dark, shadowed building floating in the skies above. And you hear in your minds, "That will not do." The sound of the crack stops the mind blasts just before they happen. And behind you, you see a small mote of blue light which begins to expand. And as it grows and grows, and you see a number of silhouettes in the light, you hear,
Sim.
I told you there were illithids. As it from a familiar
Firaxis.
silver-skinned dragonborn as he strides out, and a surly dwarf with an axe in hand next to him says, "Aye, you did, lad. Apologies for our late arrival, heroes. I hope you don't mind. But we brought a couple of friends."
Oh, by
A
all means.
second portal opens,
Oh,
and
shit.
you hear another familiar voice ring out. "I thought you had all retired. It had been so long since we heard from you," you hear Aradel shout out.
Oh, our guild leader.
From her feet, you hear Marilyn, the halfling rat catcher, say, "We heard from this drunk calling himself part of a spy network that the Warhounds were summoning allies." The white-haired woman, Jetta, behind her says, "And when the Arabellan mercenaries heard about that, they were all spoiling for a fight." The half-elf to her side says, "I hear they're all eager to be part of this popular new song they've been singing, the Ballad of the Warhounds." And the dwarf says, "I hope there's some squid faces left to us after you're done with them." And as the dwarf bellows and chuckles, another mote of light appears, and through it you hear the footsteps of a horde of armored feet. A moon elf at the front of the pack says, "It is not just the mercenary companies that answer the call, however. I, Sariel Lathalas, Tellsword of the Might of Arabellan, Warden of the Arabellan Citadel, pledge to you the support of the 4th Regiment in your time of need."
Oh, yeah, Sariel. We met in
There's-
Holic Forest, right? Yeah, we did.
There's another burst of light, and Slate, your ears prick up as you, "Oh, is that it? Oh, blimey, that's bright. Hello, Slate. Oh, this place isn't very nice. I popped over to that druid barrow. These 4 ghosts said they wanted to tag along too." A 5th mote of light opens up, and you hear more clanking of heavy feet on stone, and you see a legion of gleaming armor and expressionless faces as you see an army of clockwork soldiers storm through,
Decalco.
by 2 large looming juggernaut-type creatures. And Hiram, you hear a familiar voice. "Imagine my surprise when my self-imposed exile was unexpectedly cut short by an urgent missive from a drunk Susalan. Oh yes, these. For some reason, there was an army of clockwork soldiers going spare, and it seemed their original owner has found himself incarcerated.
Oh.
There's one thing I can promise you, Hiram, is that Frederick Wonderhome always repays his debts, and I owe you a large debt indeed. It would seem that you keep very strange company nowadays, friend." A 6th portal
Oh shit.
begins to materialize, and you watch as 3 elven figures emerge from the portals. At the front and center is Coronal Ilsavel, the leader of Cormyr.
Strange allies would prove to be a boon this day. The nation of Cormyr has heard Cormyr's call for aid, and the armies of Semberholm have come to stand alongside our ally in your time of need.
The grizzled elf to her left says, "Whilst this ward protecting this place is powerful, if there's one thing I'm extremely good at, it's portals."
Garrett brought the portals? Holy shit.
I mean, if he's got the whole army in there, then he is really, really good at portals.
He's blowing all his spell slots, though.
The female elf with the braided hair, also next to Ilsavel, pipes up saying, "Greetings, Warhounds. I believe we have nearly all arrived. There was one other who is harder to track down, however."
Hello, friends.
Yeah.
I heard you needed some help.
Holy what?
Hello.
Hey, Badger.
Welcome back.
Is that Badger? It is, right?
It is Badger.
This is Badger.
Oh my god.
Badger's had a glow up.
I'll be in the group chat like, "Catch her, get her on the group chat now. Get her on the group
how
chat."
the group chat works.
As this army of allies begins emerging through the portals, Warhounds, you see the silhouette of your lost companion, Badger, as she steps through a portal. One noticeable difference is a change of attire and some glowing golden eyes in lieu of her original colour. And as the gathered host looks to you and kind of nods, you hear a voice rumble through your mind. "What is this?" And Garabrail steps forward and, "This is your end, tyrant. It is time that your dark plans had the light of hope shone upon them." Badger, as you look across to the Warhounds, what do you do?
Badger instinctively runs up into the group and sort of strikes a defensive pose and says, "Let's get the squid faces."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing that in.
I think you've
In
just
water
created
form.
the next verse of the new song. The triumph of the Warhounds.
Oh yeah.
Just say, I love how the Ioulaum was just so patient and waiting for all of these.
He's
portals
a
to
Power
open up.
Rangers bad guy. This is where the Zord is building, and the monster's at that point just standing there like, "Are we good to go? Are we good to okay, add the bird. Yep. Okay.
You hear the voice rumble through your mind. "Allies or no, you will not stop my plans." And you feel this kind of reverberation echo out of the brain. And you, Katya, you hear this kind of fine, keening call. And whilst the call is wordless, you understand that Ioulaum is calling all available forces to this place in an attempt to stop you. Aradel shouts out to you, the Guildmaster of the Warhound shouts out to you, "It's been a long journey since you first graced my doors, but we leave it up to you to finish it. We'll hold off the Mind Flayers. You bag yourself a giant brain," she shouts out.
Okay.
She always gives us the most difficult stuff, doesn't she?
I think I would like it the other way around.
Dan, before we move on to the next scene, can we just go through all the group that's been assembled, just to identify them? Because I think some of the viewers might not be aware of who every group is.
So,
from left to right, or right to left,
the following allies have answered the call. The elves and the sword mages of Cormyr, led by Coronal Ilsavel. The actual members of Warhounds Limited, led by the Guildmaster Aradel.
Actual.
I thought you resigned. Like, to be fair, I've
backed up by the mercenary companies of
Quick
Arabelle.
question.
Yes.
Back to the Warhounds. You said Aradel retired because she got herself a boy toy. Is that boy toy present?
Maybe. We'll never know.
That was.
Did we not think that was Magnus at some point? It was.
Yeah.
God.
You have also been
TMI.
You're also being backed up by the Durgan Goldmane and Varaxus of the Golden Chain, along with a host of paladins of the Golden Chain. Behind them is Frederick Wanderhome, previously Frederick Emerask, at the forefront of a recommissioned Clockwork Corps, an army of clockwork soldiers you last met in Hullock Forest.
Former nemesis of the Silver Swords as well.
Correct.
So enemy turned ally.
There is you are being supported by Baz, as well as the spirits of the 4 archdruids from the Barrow in the Kingswood, the King's Forest, from some time ago, and finally from the Golden Hills, your former Warhound, Badger.
Yay!
And I'm imagining that since Badger's back, we are all like completely inspired, right?
As Badger walks up to you and you feel this warm, divine glow emanate from her, you may all experience the benefits of a long rest.
Yay! We were.
Well, thanks, Badger.
It was gonna get rough otherwise.
Still gonna be rough though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a new day. Oh well.
As the gathered forces shout to you that they will hold off the defenders, Raedra looks to the gathered crowds and then looks to you before saying, "This day is not for Cormyr. This day is for the Warhounds! The Warhounds!" she shouts as she holds her sword up, and there's a cheer and a roar as the assembled masses rush past you and clash with the Mind Flayer forces. As the Mind Flayers swoop in, the large towering Mind Flayers back away from the horde, and you hear the air ripple as the Mind Flayers move in to attempt to stop Cormyr's defenders.
I gotta say, she is so dramatic. Is that something? It's something I ever get as I get older. Do you think like it's genetic?
So, as you watch the Elven contingent as well as the Sword Mages, Warhounds Limited, and the Arabella Mercenaries, and Goldmane and Varaxus and the Golden Chain, they rush past you and crash into a wall of Mind Flayers. As you see more kind of Mind Flayers coming in through the ceilings above to swarm down into the throng. As you look up, however, you notice that there does appear to be some sort of large platform suspended above the throne room. And you can see that the large, sickly pink beam which rises from this place into Suzail through the rift appears to be emanating from that platform. Behind you, you hear the sound of clanking boots as the Clockwork Corps make their way to the entrance of the throne room and take up a defensive position. And Frederick turns to you, Hiram, and "We'll hold them off here," he shouts, as they're backed up by the 4th Regiment of the Purple Dragons in their gleaming purple and green armor. And Sariel shouts out to her assembled troops, "We have experienced many hardships, and this will just be another one in the road," she shouts. And you hear a "Whoo!" as the Purple Dragons will take up a defensive position behind the Clockwork Corps. Baz looks to you, Slate, and I see you're a water elemental. Why aren't you using my shackles?" he says. And a number of Mind Flayers begin swarming down, and he looks up and you watch as the 4 ghosts kind of swoop up and snag these Mind Flayers out of the air. You watch the large kind of bear fur wearing ghost grab one Mind Flayer and with a roar rips the thing in two. And 2 halves of a Mind Flayer drop to the ground. And Baz looks up and, "Well, I mean, I'm not going to let them outshine me," he says as he explodes into a giant wolf and goes bounding off to grab a couple of more mind flayers. Axakas looks to you in a panic and says, "Up there! The beam! Whatever it is powering it up there! You need to stop it!" she shouts. And Raedra and the group charge on into the fray as well. So, Katya, as you see this throng of soldiers kind of charge off in front of you, what do? You can see this platform that's the shadow of the platform in front of you. This platform kind of hangs overhead, and you see that it's made of this kind of sickly, flesh-like material that's very similar to the interior of the Nautilid that you were on not too long ago.
How high is it?
It is approximately 30-40 feet in the air. You can see that the platform appears to, like, there are two kind of bridges which seem to emanate from the walls slightly further up. So you suspect that if you were able to kind of get round, perhaps through the galleries, you might find that an entrance to this place.
I see. Pretty well put together. The platform itself, pretty well put together.
It looks extremely sturdy. Yes.
Alright, okay. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory what we need to do here. Get up here and run off to the platform, I assume.
Mm-hmm. So the galleries to either side of you, they're approximately, they're just under, like, the walls are about 10 foot high, so it will require a little bit of a climb. You do notice that there's a bit of a gap further up, where the wall is kind of broken and you can slink through. You also notice there's something similar on your right hand side, but that's also where the fighting happens to be taking place.
Consensus, left or right?
Left.
Left, I think.
Left.
Yeah,
left and climbing. Okie dokie.
Okay.
So in that case, up to the wall, and then he says 10 feet up to climb.
Correct.
That puts me at. You'll need to move me up there.
There you go.
So that's 10, 20, 30 feet, and I'll dash for an extra 30 feet movement.
Okay. Through to your left as you go up the flight of stairs, you see what appears to be like a ruined waiting hall, and you think back to a point where just before you and the other Warhounds dethroned Raedra, this was a waiting room that you found yourselves waiting in before being invited to the galleries proper. Whereas before, the last time you saw it, it was full of colour and nobles in regal attire. Now it is a scene of desperate fighting as purple dragons and war wizards clash with mind flayers.
Okay. That is my 10.
Okay. Next up, in response to this intrusion, the brain at the far end of the throne room pulses, and you watch as a wall of force emerges around it. As Ioulaum protects himself from attack. Next up is Zumbo.
Yeah, so Zumbo is going to walk over to Badger as if he's in a kind of daze, just like grab a hand, look like he's about to say something, and then just close his mouth again, gives the hand a squeeze, and then runs off after Katya.
Okay. So as you clamber up the wall.
So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll dash.
Sure.
And gets there. Yeah, I mean, I've got my action, so I can throw some Eldritch Blast at those Mind Flayers. That's
okay. So a 19 and a crit. So both of those hit. For 12 and 17 damage, so that is 29.
Yep.
Wow, we were. So one of the mind flayers is rocked by your blasts, and that's the opportunity the purple dragons need as they jump forward. One skewers it through the midriff with a spear, and then you watch as two others flank round and kind of two blades go into the mind flayer's neck, one on either side. And as the three of them kind of pull their blades free, you hear one of the you see a war wizard in their throng turn and, "Thank you for the assist!" he shouts.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Badger.
Badger is gonna run up to the wall and hip up onto the next level. There we go. And she's gonna take herself basically as far as her remaining 80 feet of movement will take her. Right. So I did 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35.
Monks, am I
Oh
right?
my goodness. Oh no! Who are they?
There's a big fight. There's a
Big fight. I sort of run a little bit ahead and wait a minute, is that door?
That is a door.
What is this door?
So you get to where Katya stood, and there's a corridor that heads down to the right. You see a door. It's kind of cracked and disheveled. But as you stand in the doorway, you and Katya, you see another blinding flash of light as another portal tears open. And Zumbo, you just about managed to make out a number of individuals pour out of this portal, all wearing kind of grubby looking attire, and you notice one of them is sporting a pirate's hat. You see a tiefling captain stride out into this dusty corridor, look around, see you, Badger, Katya. The tiefling dismisses you and then turns to the pirates that are pouring out of this portal and shouts, "Steal everything you can!" he shouts. As these pirates kind of disappear around the corner, and then you hear the sounds of battle as they clash with whatever's round the corner.
Leave some for us!
Rob 'em dry! Anything else, Badger?
Can I open the door?
You can. So,
Whee.
as you open the door, you see a 20 by 20 foot room. The room appears to have been emptied, and there's the foot of what appears to be this large fleshy bridge which stretches out into the main atrium.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through the doorway and get out of the way so everyone else can come through too.
Okay.
And I'll
Is
find
it a
out.
yummy fleshy bridge, Dan?
It's
Okay, next up, Hiram.
I am going to follow people.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's go. So I'm going to dash. Yep, about here.
As you rush up and catch up with Katya and Zumbo, you also see these pirates pouring out of the portal. Anything else?
No, I am holding on to my spell slot. I'm never gonna cast a spell ever again.
Okay. Draw. Do a famous 10-foot jump.
Yeah, draw like impressive vertical leap. So that's 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, because he has quite an impressive run.
Yeah.
And then he's going to try to get around. And
As Draw enters a room in behind Badger.
Drool goes up to Badger and he just immediately sort of like slams into Badger, like rubbing his face on Badger, just living up to his name, Drool.
He's a good doggy.
And that'll be his turn.
Okay. Slate.
So, yeah. But what was the right option again?
What, going right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no, just tell me what the right thing to do would be.
Well, everyone's run off to the left, but you see a hole in the wall, just up on the gallery to your right.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll see Badger. It's quite hard because I want to go and say hello to Badger, but I can't really speak her language at the moment. So, so I'll kind of look back and be like, just shrug again, and then kind of run off into the hole, squeeze through.
Yeah.
Squeeze through in a bubbly way.
Yeah. Okay. So with your size, you manage to straight up onto it. As you emerge into the gallery, you see more battles between purple dragons and mind flayers. The purple dragons seem to have penned in these mind flayers who are desperately trying to desperately trying to keep out of arm's reach, but it's difficult in these kind of more cramped conditions. Slate, as you make it into this room, one of the mind flayers sees you enter, begins to make a break for you. When 3 of the purple dragons that you can see stop, turn to look at you, and then with surprising dexterity leap up. 2 of them leap up, and one of them drops their sword and begins conjuring a spell. And the 2 of the purple dragons stab into this mind flare before it gets to you, and then it's blasted away by a lightning bolt by the 3rd. And as you... the 3 purple dragons turn to look to you as their skin goes alabaster white.
Hey.
As the three changelings materialize among the purple dragons.
I'll give them all like a big watery hug.
Okay, as you the 3
Overwhelm them,
changelings-
but in a nice way.
So joy, promise, and reverence as you hug them, and reverence says, "Whilst we do not share your languages currently, Slate, we wish you the best of luck."
Like, we'll just kind of look at them all like, and just give them another hug, not knowing what they're saying.
As you
try and really kind of let them know how proud I am of them.
As you embrace them again,
Pat them all on the head.
Butch, butch, butch.
Promise turns to you and, "Please, you must save the day." They say as they kind of draw their punch blades and kind of go back into the fight. So you have moved 25 feet, I believe.
25. I guess I want to dash, really.
Yeah.
So I will move to the end of the corridor. Oh, wait, to the end. I'm guessing we're going this way rather than the other way. It would be a bit redundant otherwise.
So as you sploosh on up past these purple dragons who are currently kind of pinning down a mind flay, like a couple of mind flayers, you can see that there is a staircase, like a narrow staircase that heads up a little bit further up. Anything else, Slate?
At the moment, can't do much. Are we still in group chat, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just say, "I found stairs!" and then...
So, as this happens, Balthazar, you see that the 2 pale-skinned mind flayers watches the Warhounds break and kind of split in both directions, and you watch as they begin levitating higher and higher into the air. Ioulaum sing this. Unfortunately, Balthazar, you're the last one left. So
great. Ioulaum is gonna Netflix and chill, right?
That
do they just have like do they have a big like LCD screen and they just sit around with the
seems
remote?
very appropriate. Balthazar, 18 to hit from a ray of frost.
Miss.
So this blue streak of energy flies out towards you, but you kind of bring your shield up to block it.
Nice try.
Okay, Balthazar.
Gotta do better than that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right.
Yeah. So as you
5,
head west to
6.
join the others. Yeah. You can see Balthazar. You can see Zumbo, Hiram, and Katya.
Do I need to... Hold on, I would like to possibly cast Bless. I just need to check the range on Bless. It is 30 foot. The question... Within range. I'll just kind of... Is Badger within 30 feet of me? I don't have to see her.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will do a Bless on Hiram, Badger, Zumbo, and Catcher and myself.
Okay.
First late.
Nice. Thanks.
So
yeah, let's do that. Bless. So that the 3rd level Bless.
Cool. Anything else, Balthazar?
That's my turn.
Okay. So
a bonus action Shillelagh, sorry, which I can do. Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, so Katya, You've just seen Badger disappear through a door on the right-hand side of this kind of 5-foot wide corridor. At the far end, you can see pirates falling out of a portal, shouting and screaming.
I mean, it's not the weirdest thing we've ever experienced, so... she's at 5, 10, 15.
Okay. As you enter the room, you can see Badger and Drool stood at the foot of this large kind of fleshy bridge.
What's... I can see that in the middle of the fleshy bridge, can't I?
So the bridge itself the platform up rises up for approximately 15 feet until it levels out. You can see what appears to be this large kind of part stone, part bioorganic altar with a number of kind of claw-like pillars rising out of it, and there's a pulsating pink beam of energy rising from it. Floating in the middle of it, you can just about make out the silhouette of some dark cylindrical object.
Can I do a common sense check?
Mm-hmm.
What would you like for said common sense check? Or a perception check to make up more detail?
What is it you're looking to clarify?
So what is the object in the middle?
You realise that floating in the middle of this this beam of energy is the diadem of Ioulaum.
Oh, yep.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious what should be done. Upon realising that, Katya reaches out with a hand and, using telekinesis, pulls it towards her.
Ooh.
All the way to her hand.
Oh shit.
Yanks it out.
Put it on your head.
Very, very tempting.
Become the BBG you want to be.
Okay. Make me a spellcasting ability check.
It's a D20 plus my charisma, isn't it? Plus proficiency, or with sans proficiency?
No proficiency.
So just 1d20 plus 4 plus a d4 for bless, right?
That's ability check. It's only
Ability
saving
check.
throws.
Okay, that's fine. In that case...
Ooh.
Okay. As you reach out, you feel your mind kind of grasp around the circlet. As you go to pull it, you feel another telekinetic force begin to pull back on it.
Oh, that is fine. I can do this for 10. I can do this all day.
And you're concentrating?
Yes.
Okay.
At this point, she's pulling on the diadem. Break his concentration somehow!
Cool.
I know, so I'm just gonna step away from the door so people can get into the room.
Is that in the group chat?
Yes, that'll be out loud group chat, like metaphysical, multi-dimensional.
I'll say back in the group chat. Got it. Break the concentration of the giant brain. Great.
So Katya, as you shout that, you hear in your mind,
break the concentration. That is a very good idea.
And it dawns on you that Ioulaum has been piggybacking on the back of your telepathic hub.
Oh.
Oh no.
And he has
The
been
elves.
he has been listening to your conversations. You realise since you re-established that connection back in the dining room, and you feel a pang of pain through your mind as he breaks your concentration.
No.
You take what level is telekinesis?
Telekinesis at 5th level.
You take 14 psychic damage as Ioulaum jolts your mind and the telekinesis drops.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh shit.
That also break the group chat as well then?
No.
No, group chat's different.
Okay.
And you all hear in your minds,
your little conversations are so fascinating.
Get out of here!
Anything else, Katya?
She puts her hand on Badger's shoulder, and where's it gone? my thing is going so slowly today. She's like, "It's good to have you back. This might be a tough one." As she imparts on you Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you.
Bardic Inspiration.
Dim Dan, do we have inspiration as a baseline or not?
Maybe.
Were we inspired? did we feel inspired by the Battle of the Warhounds? And
I'll figure that out later. Anything else, Katia?
okay, all right.
I just realised I do actually have an inspiration, but I'm going to hold on to it.
Okay. In which case, Ioulaum.
Hasn't he already had his legendary action?
You can have several.
That's an amazing one, breaking concentration.
Yeah, that rough.
That's
the room
really good.
reverberates as Ioulaum reaches out and imbues one of the children of Ioulaum with additional power. Zumbo.
Wait, I know that tiefling. Don't trust him, Cat. He cheats at cards like nobody's business. And he's going to chase them.
Okay, so as you shout that to Katia, and you see these pirates just kind of hooping and hollering as they crash into something around the corner, you can see this room to the side with everyone in it.
Yeah.
You can also, as I say, see this kind of out altar with a glowing beam.
Well, I'll kind of edge past Katia and sort of gently prod my wooden leg on the fleshy bridge and see if it will take my weight.
It looks like it will take your weight. It uncomfortably kind of bows under the point of your peg leg, but it looks like it will overall. You can see, the skin is slightly translucent, and you can see like the bonework underneath, like a chitinous interior.
Is it?
Almost.
Can I just, for the description's sake, is it like this kind of flesh, or is it like the inside flesh? Like, is it kind of a bit slippy? I don't really know. I haven't really been involved in that kind of way with the.
It would look like
body.
inside flesh that has kind of dried out a little bit. Dried out.
Okay.
I imagine it's made of gummy bears. In my head, just loads of little small gummy bears wedged together. That's
Screaming, "Help us! Help us!"
no, they're not screaming, just the normal.
So,
They're singing.
anything else, Umbo?
Wait, your gummy bears don't scream?
Yeah, so this diadem, is it just on a plinth? It's not encased in glass or anything?
It's floating within this kind of beam of coruscating energy.
Okay, and there's mind flayers around it, right? I can see.
So there are, that there are mind flayers kind of floating about 20 foot off the ground downstairs. Judging it, if you were on this platform, you're going to be about 30 foot up.
Okay, so they're just below us. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will just throw some Eldritch Blast at the closest one, if that's right. So 23 and then 26. Oh.
Okay. So that is 2 hits.
18 total, and they're knocked 10 feet, 20 feet away from me.
Which mind flayers was it, sorry?
Well, the closest one I can see is that guy.
That guy there. Okay. 2 6. So that one is blown away.
And then I'm just going to bonus action dash to basically take cover behind this wall.
Okay.
That's me.
As you do that, Badger, as you, Zumbo, and Katia look up, you see that a pulse of energy kind of fires up and ripples up this beam into Suzail overhead. And you just about, like, you hear a voice from the din of battle down below shout out, "It looks like it is nearly complete! You must hurry!" You hear Axakas shouts out.
Think we need to disrupt whatever's going on with that plinth. Hurry, quick! And she's going to run forward. Oh no. How tall is the plinth? Can I take cover behind it?
You can, yeah. I mean, it's an incline. It's an incline up.
Oh boy!
So,
oh no!
As you begin
many.
as you begin climbing up, you can see that there are a number of mind flayers below you, but more worryingly, there are the 2 9-foot tall illithids floating approximately 10 foot above the platform that you're on. So currently, you're about level with. So that's 25 feet where you are.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just sort of slip behind here. Hope that gives me some semblance of cover.
Okay, so you are currently 30 foot up, and
Yeah.
these two illithids kind of you shoot out, and they turn to look at you. Anything else, Badger?
Does it look like punching or setting it on fire is going to do anything?
You're not really sure, like as you're stood looking at it.
In case, can I do some kind of action to take cover, please?
Yeah, you can hide.
Yeah, I'll hide. Sure. They saw me run behind this plinth, but I'll hide. Fine.
You get a D3 to the D4 to this as well.
Oh, I do as well, don't I? Hang on.
Maybe you did like a look over there, and then.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll get normal stealth plus. Let's do the bless.
Okay.
So it's
roll
actually a 21.
21. Okay, so you run across and you kind of skid across this fleshy bridge and kind of take cover behind the altar. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, Hiram.
Right, let's see what everyone else can see.
You don't want to.
Kind of have to.
So as you run up the corridor, the door to your right, you can see everyone in the room.
Thank you. And we need to go there. Cool.
So,
that's fine.
Yeah, you can see Zumbo over in the corner looking a bit panicked. You can see Katya like holding her head. Drool is barking.
I'm gonna cast Find Steed.
Oh.
And because I am already bonded to Yvonne, it needs to be Battleshag.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Much obliged.
Okay.
Battleshag is a griffin, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you rush into the room and you focus and you picture the mascot of House Roaringhorn, this mote of white light appears in front of you that grows into a large leonine figure with luscious plumed wings and a eagle-shaped head as Battleshag, the animal of House Roaringhorn, appears in front of you.
Cool. I am gonna jump on Battleshag, which I assume is my action.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a bit more movement left?
So you'll have about 40 foot of movement with Battleshag.
Actually, the last thing I'm gonna do during my turn, I am not going to move at this point. But Hiram is going to shout to Katya. So like, Katya, a haste would be very helpful right now. And then end my turn.
Okay. Drool.
So at what point does the plinth start? Like there?
Correct.
Excellent. So Drool is gonna like scratch his feet on the floor, charge, and then headbutt the plinth, triggering his Stag's Dead collar as he does.
Okay. So if you roll me so it's a strength check, I believe.
Mm-hmm. With a +5.
Yes.
So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. As he just slams straight into the plinth and the Stag's Dead collar.
So you slam into it for 18 plus. Is that including your +5 or?
That is not including the +5. It wouldn't let me add it on.
Okay. So as Drool slams into the stonework, you notice that it cracks under the force of the translucent bull, weakening it slightly.
Okay. And Drool sort of comes off, shakes his head, sits down, and starts just bapping at his ear.
Sure. Slate. So you are currently downstairs. You in the eastern galleries, you can see some purple dragons fighting some war wizards, and there is a staircase that heads up.
I'm gonna turn around to the changelings, and even though they won't hear what I'm saying, I'll say in Aquan, have you ever seen water go upstairs? And then I'll go like into like a watery form and kind of like slither all the way up.
Okay, so
like a slinky in reverse, but more watery, like a water slinky. A reverse water slinky. Let's just make this as clear as possible.
So as you slink up the stairs, and get to there, so that's 25 foot of movement you've used. As you head up the stairs, you see another flash of blue light, and from the flash, a number of mauve and blue cloaked figures leap out of the portal, armed with rapiers and kind of hand crossbows, just firing into a number of mind flayers which are coming down this corridor like to your right. A number of figures kind of step out, clutching what appear to be very ornate looking golden harps, and as they play some notes on the harp strings, you see this you feel this magic kind of wind out between the gathered groups. And as one of them like pirouettes to thrust a rapier at a nearby mind flayer, you just about manage to catch a silver harp shaped brooch on their lapel, like on their cloak collar.
I'll do a kind of like thumbs up / safe kind of, don't worry, I'm on your side, guys. And I'll kind of do
finger
the group
pistols.
chat. Yeah. And
the harpers turn to you. They nod as they as another one
finger pistol back.
as the harpists at the back carry on playing to embolden their allies.
Brilliant. Well, they seem to have it here, so I'll continue to dash. But with confusion, because where do I go? Do I go left or right? Or
so, judging by what you know, the door to your left will be the one to go through.
Okay.
So as you open, you manage to slide under the door in your watery form, and you find yourself at the base of what appears to be a large kind of fleshy bridge. You can make out that there is a stone altar that rises from the peak of this hill.
Right, okay, let me just do the rest. So I've got what?
5,
Probably
6,
20?
7, 8,
Is it 20 more?
9. So you've gone 50 feet currently.
Oh, okay, then I'm definitely not that. It'll be...
So you got another 10 feet.
Yeah, I imagine that's it.
Sure. Badger, you can see this kind of tide, what looks like a tide of water, begin to surge up the other side of the bridge. Anything else, Slate?
I'll just be like, seeing Badger, I'll be like, Badger! And then realize she can't actually hear me. And I'm just kind of... I'll be like waving. Like, I know it's quite a serious time, but, not often do you get to see. And then also in the group chat, I'm going to say, see, I told you, I knew it!
Okay, so one of the large mind flayers turns to see you approach, and Slate, it looks to you and
slurps you up,
fires 2 bolts of energy at you, and surprisingly, they appear to be magical in nature.
Ooh.
You mean magical as in icy?
No.
Oh, good. Okay, great. Not that would be a problem, just so you know. I'm just keeping that. Wouldn't it be a problem?
But I'm guessing a 27 hits you and an 11 misses you?
Yeah, and at that point, I'll stick up my watery tongue like,
Okay. The one that hits you deals 26 force damage.
God.
I'm sorry.
That makes sense.
God.
Yeah.
Sorry, welcome to the...
Dan's playing for keeps.
That hurt.
Welcome to the jungle.
The other one misses you. And so that was the one on the right. The one on the left looks to perception +7. You rolled like a 23. The only other target visible.
Oh no. Oh, Drool.
Drool takes a 21 and a 17 to hit.
Oh god.
21 hits, the 17 misses.
Yay!
Drool takes 26 points of force damage.
Ouch.
Ooh.
As Drool is struck by what appears to be this concentrated beam of force.
It was like half his health.
So, Ioulaum will then wait patiently.
Still deciding what channel to word.
Yes. So on his turn, he will
watch Stranger Things.
Are you being sponsored by Netflix, Anton?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear cries of pain as Ioulaum fires a spell into the gathered horde downstairs, as the spell rips through a number of soldiers. Balthazar, you watch as this sickly green energy kind of washes over the gathered groups.
Oh dear.
Garabel and Ilsavel, Axakas, and Durgan bring their hands up to shield their troops as best they can. So they take. Some of the forces have been attacked, so they are on slightly less health. What do you do, Balthazar?
Hey, keep it up! And I will move forward. 2, 3, 4. Okay. What do I? Oh, I don't like that.
So there's a large scrum to your left as you head up the stairs into the
6.
western gallery. You can see a corridor, a 5-foot corridor that runs to your right. There are battling pirates at the end of the corridor, and you can hear the sounds of your fellow warhounds through this door on the right.
Oh, they're there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So as you step in and sort
5,
of
6.
squeeze
Okay.
past Hiram, who's mounting up onto a white feathered griffin.
Dope.
You can see this fleshy bridge. There is a large stone altar placed upon it. Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. Catcher, you feel a thrum of psychic energy. It appears that the ritual is nearly at completion. What do you do?
First thing she says, conversation going dark. Ioulaum, suck it. She kills the group chat.
Okay.
Oh.
She turns to Hero and was like, in a bit. I don't know how much control he has at the moment, but I will at some point. In the meantime, I think first, just to save you and not get you into trouble, we'll keep it for now. Okay, Hiram?
Whatever you say.
Catcher steps to the door. Oh, that's a lot of creatures.
So you can hear the sounds of battle underneath the platform. You can see the mind flayers clashing with the soldiers. You can see the 2 large mind flayers floating 10 foot above and 5 foot away from the platform. And then there's a glow from Ioulaum's throne.
Catcher reaches out, puts her hand over the pedestal, and then she swings it down as a giant psychic hand appears.
Psychic hand, you say?
A psychic hand appears over the...
Does this psychic hand have a name?
Not to get done for copyright, but it's currently Catcher's hand.
Catcher's hand, you say?
Yes.
Hey.
As
nice.
Catcher's hand appears and slams the pedestal with a clenching fist.
Okay. If you double click on Katya's hand, it should have all of your attacks in the features.
Why, thank you. Oh my goodness, it has its own. Hey, features.
Dope.
13.
That is a hit.
Oh.
For 21 force damage.
Ooh.
What are you attacking?
The pedestal itself.
Oh, really?
Okay, so the hand, as you create a psionic hand, it pulls itself into a fist and it flies towards the pedestal, and a bit of the one of the claw-like pillars snaps away as the hand punches it. Anything else, Katya?
That is both my action and my bonus action. So no, that is all.
Okay. As that happens, you shout out, like, "Suck it, Ioulaum," as you shut down the group chat. And you hear the voices kind of disappear from your mind as you create the hand and you punch through the altar. But you hear in your mind,
No, I don't think I will.
and you realize that he's still got a psychic link with you.
Oh, dear.
Bow before me.
Please roll me a charisma save. DC 18 charisma save.
Hashtag blessed. Oh, dear.
I have inspiration, so I
You
think
have
I will.
inspiration.
I will use that inspiration because F that.
Yeah.
F that in the B.
Oh, what?
No
Oh
fucking
my
way.
god.
No way.
Oh no. Okay.
No.
Oh dear.
I mean, statistically speaking, what the fuck?
That was
You're not
virtuosic of you.
Yeah, you're not inspired.
You guys are all was. No
amazing.
way.
Highest freaking save as well.
Oh, it's so frustrating when that happens.
I guess there are worse things you could have failed. Like, it just means you can't move.
Okay, so Katya, as you feel Ioulaum's presence grasp your mind with an iron grip, and as it crushes down on you, you find yourself and your feet, your body refuses to move as Ioulaum psychically holds you in place. As that happens, Zumbo, you see Katya just like she's just gone rigid and she's shaking as if she's struggling against something.
Yeah, excuse me, Katya, and just slide past it. And then how far is it between? Oh, perfect. As I run, I'm going to throw some Eldritch Blast at the first one at the crown, at the diadem.
Okay.
So 25 plus D4.
So before you carry on, as you throw the first blast towards the diadem and the beam of light that it's in, the water, like as it hits the light, it kind of dissipates into energy. You're on target, but it seems to have had no effect. If anything, it kind of tore the energy out of your spell.
Okay, he'll just he'll curse and then redirect the other blast at the pedestal itself.
Okay, 12 is a hit.
Okay, great. 5 force damage.
Okay.
And then with the rest of his movement, he's gonna look back at Hiram and go, "Reckon you got the right idea, Hiram." And he's gonna leap onto Drool's back if Drool will have him.
Drool will accept.
Drool might be just concussed enough to let this halfling on his back. But that is all my movement, so I will bonus action summon a tentacle. I've got those back now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
We will have one. Oh, so these mind flayers are sort of 10 feet below us, effectively, are they?
The mind flayers are 10 foot below you. The giant mind flayers are 10 foot above you.
Okay, that's fine. So if I have a tentacle there, please, then I should be able to reach over the side and slap that mind flayer.
So a 14 to hit against the
mind flayer. Probably should have against the altar, but
I mean, Badger might sort of notice you about to target the mind flayer and go, "They're not bothering us. We need to get the plinth down."
If you're happy with that, Dan, then yeah, Zumbo with
sure.
this. Yeah. So yeah, well in that case, the tentacle can go there and smack at the plinth.
Okay, roll a hit.
14.
That is a hit.
Okay, lovely. 7 cold damage.
Okay, so as the tentacle slams against the altar, it doesn't seem to do as much damage as the other attacks, but the water kind of seeps in as you start. The tentacle kind of seeps in and starts breaking and chipping bits off the altar. Anything else, Zumbo?
No, that's me. Thanks.
Badger.
Badger's going to break cover and she's going to start taking some swings at the altar thing. So it's going to be with her quarterstaff, double-handed. Let's go for a normal hit. It's 12 to hit.
That is a hit.
Does that include the? Can I add bless to that?
You
just out of
can,
interest.
but it does hit.
But it's a hit anyway. That's fine. Can I use my special ability if the target is an inanimate object?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do
what is that?
9 bludgeoning damage to it, and then I'm going to use my new Light of the Golden Hills ability to add 5 radiant damage to
Nice.
Okay, so as you bring your new quarterstaff down and kind of slam against the rock, Zumbo, there's a moment where you think about hitting a stone altar with a wooden stick, but surprisingly, the stick like cracks the stone underneath it for 40. Okay.
And then second strike with the quarterstaff is a 20 to hit for 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So with 2 hearty thwacks, 2 more cracks appear in the stonework.
And then I'm going to spend a key point to flurry of blows. So I'm just gonna drop the stick at this point and start wailing on the altar with my fiery little fists.
Yeah.
Love it that Badger probably just threw it up in the air like, and then...
Yeah, then just catch it again. So it's 27 to hit, 7 fire damage, and then 1 more for good luck, 21 to hit for 6 fire damage.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, as you and bits of the altar start pinging off.
Okay.
Anything else, Badger?
That is my turn, thank you.
In which case, as you start putting chunks into it, you hear a voice in your head say, actually, no, you don't. You do not. Zumbo, you hear a voice in your head that says,
cease your childish aggression.
And a pulse of psychic energy erupts out and into your mind, as it appears that Ioulaum also has a link with yourself. So Zumbo, Badger, and presumably the Hand all take 8 psychic damage.
Okay. Holy moly.
The tentacle is going to lurch in front of Badger to try and block some of it.
Wraps around her head.
Yeah. don't listen, Badger. Yeah. Oh, it only stops 1.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
You just get one sucker on your head.
Okay. Hiram.
Can you describe to me what the altar looks like now after all these attacks?
So, it's a large kind of circular altar with, originally it was like 4 curved tooth-like protrusions, like pillars coming off it. One of those is broken off thanks to the Hand. There's a bit of it with a number of kind of smaller cracks from Badger. There's a big old crack, like one of them's cracked and teetering perilously from Draw's impact. A bit of it, one bit of it is wet. Yes, it looks kind of beaten up.
Okay. Can I actually see the diadem through the cracks and the damage?
You can.
How wide is the gap? But I can see the diadem, would you say?
So if you imagine that the pedestal was almost like a open hand, like clutching, the diadem is kind of floating in between the 4 tooth-like pedestals. So you could arguably go over it and then reach down, but you would be going straight through the beam of light to do that. Because this beam of light is extending out about 10 feet from the diadem.
Yeah. Well, we don't have time, so I think that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, sword-eyed. I am actually trying to use a sword to basically gulf it out of the altar.
Okay, sure. So,
and it was on this day that Hiram invented the game of golf.
So, as you swoop out and go to snag as you swing Orbin to catch the diadem. As you enter the beam of light, you take 23 psychic damage. As contact with the beam tears at your mind.
I assume both me and Battleshag, or just
both
me?
Both yourselves and Battleshag, yeah.
Ooh.
And roll me a... So you're trying to knock it out. A strength check.
Oh, okay.
A strength ability check.
Let me just for 1 second.
I'll do that so you can get to Hiram. And you're about 40 foot up at the moment.
Strength check or strength saving throw?
Strength ability check.
Ability check. Which I get +3 to. As a reminder. Doesn't help a lot. And I'm also plus? No, it doesn't.
Nope.
Does best count for check?
Nope. Only saving throws and
Well
attack
done.
rolls.
Okay.
That's an 11.
So, in which case, as you swoop past, like you manage to, like you go to plunge Orbin in, you almost reach it, but then your arm is thrown away, and the circlet, the diadem kind of wobbles in place and then restabilizes, and the beam carries on.
I could do something really. I still have movement, don't I?
You have moved 70 feet, give or take. 80 feet, because you had to go up a bit.
So I can't move, is what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
If I argue that as soon as I realized that I didn't hit the diadem, I stopped moving. I stopped Battleship from moving further. Where would that would leave me above the altar, wouldn't it?
You'd have to peel out, otherwise you'd be in it. But yeah, you could peel out to there, in which case you've got 10 foot of movement left.
Yeah, I mean, I already got damage, so that's already done for this round, right?
Yeah.
So I think what Hiram would do is, as soon as he realized he didn't hit the diadem, he jumps off a battleship onto the altar, in the beam.
Okay. In you go. And Battleship kind of peels out.
Yep.
So as you land in it, you and as the psychic energy kind of wraps around you. Anything else, Hero?
No.
Okay.
I mean, that's brave.
Drool.
Sure.
Drool's at the behest of Zumbo here.
Okay. I don't know. This might be equally stupid. Somebody's going to point at this floating gribbly thing here and say, "Let's get him, boy. Charge!"
Oh no! Oh no!
All right. Drool's going to move there, and then I guess
jump.
Are these things attached? Like, if we run up these, will we get enough the height?
Well, Joel can just get me to the platform, and then I can jump up on my turn.
I mean, I may as well get a bite and a headbutt in.
If Drool wants to go up this tentacle that connects to the wall, I will require an acrobatics check.
This is where you're going to tell me he was a circus dog before he met Katya, right?
No, unfortunately, he's strong. He's not dexterous.
Okay.
Oh, why not? Drool at this point leaps to latch onto the cloak.
Yeah, somebody will leap with him to stick his rapier into the side of the.
Okay,
And
so the two of you leap.
Clamp for 13.
Oh dear.
As Drool, the Mind Flayer swoops its leg back, and Drool.
Oh no!
Drool goes plummeting down as he misses, unfortunately.
It's alright.
Drool, as you kind of land down below, you take.
Is that 30 or 40?
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
It's,
30-foot drop.
Oh, sorry, Drool. Seemed like a cool idea in theory.
11 damage as Drool
Ouch.
lands on the ground.
Yeah, Drool is not looking healthy here.
Shit.
And Drool finds himself in the shadow of this large brain, surrounded in a wall of force. Anything else, Drool?
I think that question need not be asked, but Zumbo better stick this landing.
Yeah. So that will happen on Zumbo's next turn. Slate.
Okay, I know that Hiram's kind of doing the same thing, but I would like to run up to the circlet and to the pedestal and see how this works out. Let's do a quick whelm.
Yeah, because you have siege damage, right? I believe.
No, that's Earth Elemental.
Oh well.
Okay.
Well, this is what I'm doing. There, like that.
So, as you just kind of like glom over the altar and you come into contact with the beam, you take 30 psychic damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Guys, what's
and-
wrong with hitting the plinth?
Yeah, I mean,
Guys?
it automatically fails, I guess. So, yeah, you can roll your bludgeoning damage.
Everyone got envious of Badger going to
14. Okay, so
Jordan Hills.
And it's also whelmed.
it is whelmed.
this is kind of like licking like a frozen pole. You're like, you shouldn't, but you still want to lick it. And then you're stuck. Yeah, your tongue stuck. So,
Slate, as you kind of whelm around you manage to engulf one of the claws, and you start kind of like twisting to and fro whilst this psychic energy kind of starting to evaporate. It's like a hot psychic plasma, and it starts to evaporate your form as you kind of start wrenching off one of the other claws.
Just as a thing, I'm also trying to whelm the circlet as well. You get
Sure.
that, right? Cool. Just
Yeah.
making sure it's like not just a pedestal.
Sure.
It's a whole...
You're reaching out, but the psychic energy is kind of forcing you away slightly. Anything else?
I will use one of my bonus actions to take one of my first level spells to heal myself with my combat wild shape, please.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you heal yourself up while you're doing that, you hear in your mind,
Cease your prattling.
as another psychic pulse emanates out. It erupts from you this time, Slate, so that's going to hit Hiram, Badger, and Hiram Badger. So the three of you take 6 more psychic damage.
Oh dear.
Anything else apart from your heal?
I'd like to move away since it's not working very well.
Sure. Okay, so you step out of the beam. Cool.
your tongue is tied to it.
So, the Mind Flayers, the children of Ioulaum, kind of look to you all, and
Oh dear.
one of them
Ooh.
brings its hand up, and a wall of force is generated.
Mm.
The wall
No.
surrounds the altar,
Come on.
trapping you inside, Hiram.
Oh shit!
So that's the
Well,
one on
at
the
this
left.
point, I am committed to this stupidity, so...
So that's the one on the left who's concentrating on that. The other looks to you, Slate, and requires you to roll a DC 16 Wisdom save, please, as it attempts to mind control you. So as you recoil away from the psychic energy, your guard is let down long enough that this the child of Ioulaum on the right reaches out and kind of controls your mind. It will control your turn on its next turn. Ioulaum throws. He's confident that his children have this in order, so he throws a couple more spells into the crowds below, and you hear the sounds of dying men and women. Balthazar.
I will pop out. I will see 2 mind flayers concentrating on spells.
Mm-hmm.
And I will do magic missile at 2nd level, 2 darts on each.
2 darts on each. Okay.
Yeah. That just hits. So
yeah,
they need to make. I'll do the damage. Yeah. They need to take 2 con saves each.
So the first one on the left with the wall of force passes both saves.
Bastard.
Such high save.
They do +7. Yeah. They will take +2. 8 points of damage.
So 8 points of damage. Okay.
I think I will give them do cutting words on any of those.
Ooh. That is a good point.
On a save? Can you?
I can't see them though.
No, but then you
from
can't.
the angle I'm at. No.
But something to bear in mind.
And the other one will make 2 saves as well.
Yeah. So the one on the right who's mind controlling Slate.
Sure. Oh.
Rolls a crit.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Okay. So you manage to break the concentration on Slate being mind controlled. So Slate, you like moments after your mind is taken, you regain possession of it.
I'll do like a big water.
And Balthazar will have extended his staff, and arcane blue magic missiles will have shot at both of the mind flayers. So leave him alone.
Okay. And 8 damage for the second one, yeah?
Yes. And that will be my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the top of round, Katya, you feel another pulse of energy.
As a rules question, like Bigby's hand can move. Do I have to see the things I'm sending it to attack, or?
Yeah, realistically, because you don't have sight through the hand.
Yeah.
But anything you can see, you can punch or do something with.
Well, one of them has a big invisible force around it. So instead, I think she's going to whisper on down, like through her mind, like. You know, these links work both ways. Ioulaum. And she casts Routham's Psychic Lance on him.
Nice.
Okay. So, as you send a burst of psychic feedback back.
That's dope.
Yeah, such a good spell.
So, he has magic resistance and... rolls a 29.
That's fine. He still takes damage. Which I don't think what he's got on me is a concentration spell, is it?
It appears not.
It's a plus 12 on saves. Shit.
He takes half of 25.
Half of 25 is 12. Okay, cool. And you feel your psychic blast kind of rip through the neurons of this large kind of pulsating brain.
First blood.
And there's a roar as you do that.
Well, I've still got the Bigby's hand to do.
Okay, yep.
I think what it's going to do is switch temporarily to the interposing hand.
Okay.
It's going to move, at least just slightly.
How about
move it?
Can Bigby pick you up? Right, you can't move, right? But Bigby can. Hold you like an ice cream cone.
Genius.
the idea of it just being like kind of held up by like the thing and just like being like, let me at it.
Like a cone.
Scrappy do style.
Well, I get to make a saving throw now, so hopefully I'll be able to move.
Okay. Where are you hoping to interpose the hand?
Just placing, hopefully, a bit between Badger and like
the Mind Flayer.
Unfortunately, my range only really goes to about here, so
okay, that's fine. Yeah. Right. Yes. Please make me a charisma save. DC 18.
Come on, Carl.
With the D4.
Wow.
Hey.
Nice.
Okay. You manage as you send that kind of psychic glance back at Ioulaum. That gives you enough, like the break in concentration for Ioulaum gives you just enough to overpower his command, and you manage to take a couple of steps.
Nice. And that's my turn.
Okay. As a lair action, Ioulaum bolsters one of the... You see another white line of psychic energy feed into one of the Mind Flayers, bolstering it. Zumbo.
Yeah, I'm flying through the air.
Please make your attack roll. That is the first port of call. Unless you want to grapple it and just hold on to it.
No, I'll go in rapier first. Just
Okay.
try and like.
Oh god. Nice.
21 is a hit.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, slam the rapier home.
Yeah.
And I'll get a sneak stack as well.
So it's 17 damage in total.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so you you stab into the leg of the withered leg of this mind flayer, and it kind of roars. As you do that, it then
Con save.
makes the con save, so the wall of force stays up.
They only fell on like a 1 or 2, unless we do 21 or more damage. So, good luck with that, Tiram.
Zumbo, as you stab at this mind flayer and then kind of like roll off it, please give me a grapple check.
Okay, so what's that? Athletics?
Athletics, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you stab into its leg. As you wrench the rapier free, it tries to kind of shake you off. But you manage to grab the back of its robes, and you're now kind of dangling precariously off the bottom of the robes of this mind flayer.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, I just want to use my rest of my movement to kind of go up onto its back if possible.
Okay. You manage to get a bird's eye view of everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Anything else, Zumbo?
Bonus action, I think I will cast a spirit shroud, so ghostly pirate halflings are going to start swirling around us.
Okay. So when does that happen?
It doesn't do anything for now. Just
okay.
They just start swirling, and that's me.
And what is the range of that?
It's to any creature within 10 feet of me.
10 feet.
Guess I'll just be shouting at Badger to. He can't see the wall of force, so break the pedestal. Not very helpful advice. Probably look down and check Jewel's still alive as well.
Cool, there you go. So you are surrounded by a shroud of halfling pirates as you shout this.
Yeah,
cool.
that's me.
So, Badger, what do you do?
Badger's a bit perturbed by this wall of force. Does she know which child of Ioulaum took control of Slate? Would she have seen that happening?
Yes. So you saw, like with your perception, you would have seen that the bolts of energy struck the one on the right more impactfully, and as that mind flayer kind of reeled back, Slate came to again. So you suspect the one on the left is the one that's penned in Hiram, who's currently being
good. So Slate is back. Okay, so Badger's going to move around so she's got a better line of sight on him up here. And I guess she's probably, if she gets up to, is there room for her to go up here between these two big hand, between this hand and
absolutely
Battershag? Can she do her fiery fists from here?
Bear in mind it's also 10 feet up, so it's about 15 feet away.
So no, I can't.
You could run up the arms that hold this platform to the walls, however.
I'd love to. Okay.
So up to like there.
You could take me there. Perfect.
If I can have an acrobatics check, please.
You may. Just a straight acrobatics roll. Okay.
Oh.
Oh no.
But
no.
Do you want to use your bless?
I'd really quite like to. Well, I think that would trigger anyway. So
that's
13.
Fine. Okay. So you managed to it's weird having a physical body again, but as you managed to run up the tentacle, you are now within range of the mind flayer.
It is time to unleash my fists of fury on the mind flayer. One
Do
hit,
it.
23, 11 fire damage.
That is a hit.
Another hit.
Hang on.
Woo.
As you throw the first hit,
Okay.
he passes a con save.
Of course he does. The
Second
second
attack
hit was
hits.
26 for 9 fiery damage.
For 9 damage.
Can you flurry of
He
blows?
failed. He passes.
I can flurry of blows.
I think try. He only has a 10% chance of failing, but
This is
it's still
it.
worth it.
I don't know if it's worth the key point for the one extra hit. I got my bonus action unarmed strike.
And but here's the thing: we do need to
Only a 12.
either kill this person or knock their
Breakers,
concentration.
we need to do something.
So are you flurrying? 'Cause we'll count that as a flurry if so.
Yeah. Yeah, we're flurrying.
Okay,
Why
so
not?
your first flurry.
Fun times.
Your first flurry misses as you kick out the mind flayer.
Okay.
Kind of swoops away.
One
Yeah, I've got blessed though.
Oh yeah.
do have
that's
bless,
True.
yeah.
I've got bless.
Did 12 miss?
So that's
You've still got
16
your
to hit.
bardic.
A 16 hits, so your third attack does hit
11
for
damage.
11 damage.
Nice.
It
Come on, Dan, natural one. Come on.
rolls a 21.
So now the final hit. Come
These
on.
things are nasty.
They really are nasty.
16 is a hit.
9 fire damage.
9 fire damage.
Come on, you can do it.
That's a 17.
Never mind. Let's try.
Okay. So as you run up the arm of the bridge.
Where does
and as you-
stunning strike help?
Help.
No,
Surely.
it doesn't knock concentration.
No, fine.
No, it.
I would have had to declare it before
Yeah.
I did the flurry
Yeah.
of blows, so yeah.
Okay.
Never
That's
mind.
point,
It's
yeah.
So
alright.
you
It's fine.
you lay into the mind flayer, and as try as you might, it manages, like empowered by Ioulaum as it is, manages to hold its concentration. Anything else,
Okay.
Badger?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Are mind flayers aberrations? Is that right?
Normally, as this, so Badger, as you kind of lay into the mind flayer, as you finish your attacks, don't close it down. Don't close it down. As you do that, a beam of icy magic flies up towards you.
Ooh.
30 to hit
I think a 30 hits, yeah.
for
I would say
20 cold
with-
damage.
Okay.
The imposing hand wouldn't sort of prevent, give a half cover, would it? Which wouldn't really do much, would it?
Unfortunately, not. No,
No,
but,
no.
yeah,
30
Badger's-
to hit.
Badger's
I'm not
good.
gonna.
Yeah.
I'd need a lot of cover.
As
As a monk,
Ioulaum,
can you catch and throw it back?
I wish I could.
as Ioulaum spikes you with a lance of ice,
Ow.
Hiram, you in the force field immediately take 32 damage.
You need a little bit
32
lower.
psychic damage.
Okay. Skill up.
But you find yourself kind of buffeted by this psychic energy, but in front of you is the diadem.
Cool. I will grab the fucking diadem and get it out of there.
Roll me
No,
a.
actually, question before
Yeah.
I do that. Can I actually just attack it?
You
Because
can.
that will give me 2 swings.
You can.
I think I'm gonna do that instead.
Okay.
I think about touching with my bare
So
hands.
as you bring up Orbin into both hands and you swing with it, make your first attack roll.
Okay. 27
That is a hit.
for 12 damage plus. So plus 9 radiant damage.
So you you can feel the screaming and the intense pain and heat in your mind as you bring up Orbin. You bring it down in a sweeping arc, and the blade hits the side of the diadem, and you feel a force stopping your blade hitting just before you hit the diadem. But as you ignite your divine powers and energy through the blade, and the runes light up, the sword of state pushes through and carves through the metal of the diadem, leaving it in a U shape as you cut off one of the horns and cleave your way through. The diadem buckles under the weight. It appears 21 to be just about functioning.
Okay, let's do this again. Please, roll up. God. 27 again.
Nice.
Okay, and as you bring the sword up again a second time, you cut through the other side of the diadem, and with a swing and a fly of sparks, the diadem shears into 2 pieces, and you watch as they fly off and ricochet along the wall of force, and then just effectively start to crunch and crumple up under the psychic energy. You hear a coming from the altar. And as the diadem is destroyed, the beam fizzles out, and you kind of drop to your knees, and the two halves fall to your feet, either side of you.
Nice.
Yay.
The diadem is broken, the altar is stopped, and the beam of light that was pulsating from it disappears until all that's left is the rift of Suzail over your head. And here, as you like stand to your feet, like using Orbin to pick yourself up, is there anything else you want to do?
No, I think
Okay.
actually I am going to tell Bartoszek, who is not close enough that I can telepathically talk to them.
Yeah.
Go and break this goddamn wall in front of me, so he will fly off and attack the.
Okay. So as your griffin flies over towards the Mind Flayer, it gets a multi-attack of a beacon claw.
That it does. Beak first for 19.
That is a hit.
For 7 damage.
7.
And 14.
That isn't a hit, unfortunately.
Okay,
but
that's fine.
as Battleshrug bites at the Mind Flayer, oh, it's so close! Okay. So, unfortunately, the wall of force is still around you. But as that happens, you see.
Wait, sorry. What do you need to hit?
10 or higher passes.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I thought it was enough.
So,
Ah.
so on a 1 or a 2 they fail.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, as the circlet explodes and the ritual stops, you notice that the energy emanating from Ioulaum kind of you feel the energy from Ioulaum kind of judder and start, almost as if there's been a massive backwash, and it kind of, you see the brain thrash a little bit inside its own wall of force. The two Mind Flayers look a bit weakened suddenly, but Hiram, as you kind of stand over the pieces of the diadem looking out across the scene in front of you, let's grab a 10-minute break.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Nice
I
one.
was so happy there for a second with that 10. I'm like, yes, it finally broke. No.
See
No.
you in 10!
See you in 10.
See you in 10.
Hello, Badger here. I'm back. I want to tell you all about the exciting things I've been doing in the Golden Hills while I've been away. Well, first of all... what?
Say the thing.
What? Now?
Yes.
But
That's why I brought you back. Say the thing.
But I wanted to tell them about how
You
I
haven't got
joined
time.
the...
Say the thing.
But I joined the ladies' choir and I'm in Garg Glittergold's latest play.
Tell them to subscribe.
Fine. Please like and subscribe, because every new subscriber gives me another day on the material plane.
That's right. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Unfortunately, this is not the time for chatter. This is the time for legends to be born. So, shall we jump straight back in?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Draw would say that's a poor choice of words.
We find the Warhounds stood atop this chitinous, flesh-like bridge that spans the width of the throne room in the Shadowfell. Hiram, you stand on the shattered remains of the altar with the two halves of the diadem lying at your feet, and as you breathe heavily, kind of trying to push the pain from your mind away, you look out and see Zumbo currently clinging to the back of one of the Mind Flayers, swinging precariously, while Badger kind of balances on some of the veiny like arms holding this bridge up, like suspending this bridge, just kind of desperately throwing attacks at the Mind Flayer in order to break its concentration. You can see Drool kind of on his side, approximately 30 feet below you, 40 foot below you, kind of like writhing around a little bit, and you can see the brain ahead of you and 30 foot below kind of twisting and thrashing in its kind of orb of protection. As this happens, Drool, you pick yourself up and you can see Drool is behind the line of Mind Flayers, but you notice that the Mind Flayers are starting to take a heavy toll on the gathered defenders. There are a growing number of bodies lining the floor despite their valiant efforts. And you can see, you smell the familiar figure of the king, but there's something off about him, stood impassively watching the battle. What do you do?
He doesn't know I'm there, does he?
The king does not appear to, no.
So I think Drool's just gonna walk up behind him, just like do that like thing that dogs do when they lick their lips, like, and then just rear his head back and full blast Stagstead collar him.
Okay.
No.
Advantage on the attack?
Yes.
He's unaware. Come on, Drool. 25.
That is it.
For 13 piercing damage. He must make a DC 15 strength save. He falls prone, and as he sort of looks back, that's when Drool just like, boom, up, and headbutts him for an extra 11, sending him skidding 5 feet away, bouncing over the roots.
So the King of Cormyr is knocked to the ground as he sprawls out, as you collide in with him, and his crown goes rolling from his head. Anything else, Drool?
Drool will just at that point sort of fall down into his like hunch position and just start growling at Ezerad.
Okay. Slate. The portal is broken. There is a wounded Mind Flayer and the Mind Flayer that, well, the child of Ioulaum that reached out and grabbed your mind. What would you like to do? You know that the one being grappled is the one holding Hiram in stasis.
Right, I will run towards this. Well, I'll try and run towards this one.
Yeah.
This one over here, because we need. I can't stand on it because it's. Anyway, the point is, that's where I want to be. And I'm gonna wail on them like they are making me cry. Okay, so first I'm gonna do a slam attack. Sabam! Does that hit?
That does.
Cool. I'm also gonna multi-attack, but I'll roll the damage here. And then I'm gonna go again.
So 22 hits. So 13
And
damage.
The second time, no.
Misses. Okay, so as you swing the second time, the Mind Flayer holds its hand out and stops your attack. Anything else?
Yes, I am going to continue to get myself a heal, which I think is 1d8 times whatever I'm going to use, and I'm going to use a 4th level spell this time, so I'm going to do 4d8 basically.
Okay. In which case, as you do that, the children of Ioulaum, one of them.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
One of them attached to you, Zumbo, floats. Well, distracted, floats kind of forward, and attempts to grab you, Zumbo.
Oh.
18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and you take 14 cold damage.
Okay.
Yeah, as it grasps you, but you feel your life energy get drained as the Alhoun stops absorbing your life force. It then tries to grab you again.
If it makes a difference to its absorption, I'm resistant to cold, so I only took 7.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that does, yes. So
13 misses.
So it tries to grab at you again, but it misses. Okay, the other one begins to float away from you, Slate. You may make a free attack if you like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pass up an opportunity of attack.
Yeah.
Bam.
That's
Does
it.
It does. Ah, well, 8. Still.
8 damage. So you lash out the child as it kind of floats away from you.
Like teeter forward, and then because I've got my wart, I'll just kind of like back over.
It looks around, and it regards the brain like below it, and then regards the one floating in front of it, and it nods as though receiving a command, and it begins to plane shift.
Oh.
It disappears.
If you were waiting for something, I can't see it, so...
Along with Ioulaum.
Ooh.
What?
Naughty Ioulaum!
No!
As that
Chicken!
as that happens, you hear "No!" from down below. The mind flayer that you're currently grappling, Zumbo, it starts retching and recoiling aggressively, and then it's almost feels like it's slumping and becoming lethargic. And as you turn around and look, you can see the location where the brain once was. But there are a number of golden runes in a circle around the area where it was occupying moments ago. And Katya, you feel that psychic pressure that you were feeling vanish. And suddenly there are a number of confused telepathic voices in your head speaking in an alien language. And you realize it's all the mind flayers. They are. It sounds like they're calling out in panic.
The hive mind's broken.
Balthazar, so from down below, you hear, "They're stunned! Push the advance!"
Cool. I am going to do. What is it called again? Magic Missile again at second level on the Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
Cast second level. Let's go. So can you make 4 con saves for me, and then I will roll 4d4 plus 4.
Sure. So first one, 25. Second one, 20. Third one, 24.
Come on.
Fourth one, crit.
Ah! You. What is going on?
This.
60
Sorry. Beg my pardon.
Yes.
The first one with disadvantage rolls a 20. The second one with disadvantage rolls a 24. The third one rolls a 1.
Because they've lost the hive mind.
Oh, really?
And as you like slam these magical missiles into the mind flayer that seems confused anyway, you watch as there's a sound of a like glass breaking as this wall of force shatters around Hiram, freeing him.
Nice. Dope.
And 16 damage?
Yes, please, yeah.
Okay. You also
Plus
notice it appears to be taking additional damage as its body begins to shrivel and fade away.
Nice. That will be my turn. I might move. I'm just going to figure out where.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Katya.
Catcher's going to finally sort of step out. Basically shout like, "He's gone! I don't know where he's gone, but the mind flayers are weakened." Catcher's hand moves closer to the thingy.
As it floats in.
And as it floats in, still in the interposing, and then it suddenly bops him on the bean for 21 versus armor class.
That is a hit.
For 17 force damage.
Wow.
And it appears to be taking additional damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
And then what I'll do is, as healing isn't a current option, sorry everyone, it will be shortly. I'm gonna hit it with a vicious mockery.
Yeah.
Like, you have been abandoned! Take a wisdom save.
It takes this normally, not with resistance. So it rolls a 25.
And so nothing happens.
Okay.
Bip.
Zumbo. The Mind Flayer that you're holding onto appears to be being drained of vitality with every passing moment. So what do you do as you're clinging onto this robe?
It'll probably be shouting to Balthazar. Balthazar, do you reckon you can get that portal back open? We need to chase him. And while he's saying
I'll try.
He's clambering up the back of this Mind Flayer and going to try and stick his rapier through the top of its head.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Can I have advantage if I'm hide beforehand as I'm going up the back of it? And
you can, yeah. Bonus action hide, sure.
Actually, we're kind of distracting it. Okay, so I'll make a stealth check, see if it notices, I guess.
You're hidden behind its back.
Yeah.
Where's that halfling? Where'd it go? Oh, must be meditating.
Sure. You scamper around and it doesn't quite know where on its body you are. You may roll with advantage.
Yeah, so I'll get to its head and just try and brain it. Oh, nice.
Oh, hella crit!
Amazing.
Okay, this is gonna sting.
Low rolls.
Oh my god.
So, right.
Okay, maybe not
I
sting
don't
that
think
much.
it matters. I don't think it matters.
2d8 as well from the halfling's dogpiling it, which is also really bad.
Okay, so your rapier does 7. Your booming blade does 8, so 15. Your sneak attack does 4, 19. Your spirit shroud does 4, 23.
You rolled 1 and 2 on every single die.
Yeah, it's not great.
23, which is
Fine.
46 damage.
Way.
And as you, like Badger, you see a rapier point emerge from between the tentacles of this gargantuan mind flayer. And as Zumbo, you pull it off and realize that the mind flayer is now dropping, and you manage to kick off and jump and grab onto the
I think Badger would
post,
be reaching for him to
yeah,
help.
you land and slip on some kind of mucusy substance, and as you go to fall, Badger grabs your arm and pulls you up.
I think you should Mufasa him, Badger.
I'm sorry?
You should Mufasa him.
I'm the leader now.
This is for drool.
Anything else, Zumbo?
No.
From your vantage point, actually, so from where you're stood, you can see that the mind flayers are just kind of floating around in kind of confusion and disarray, and with the cry of advance, you see the remaining defenders, kind of attackers, surge forward and begin to overwhelm the mind flayers. You also notice that on the other side of the room, underneath this bridge, you can see the dwarf with the axe hand channeling some sort of spell, whilst the golden chain paladins are kind of defending him as best they can. Badger, what do you do?
Badger's gonna stick her head down to sort of look around and look for Garabrail. Maybe she'll, I don't know exactly where he is, but does
Are you
she
gonna
see him?
hop down?
Yeah, why not?
So you can definitely see him, and he is.
Oh, he is there. Okay, Garabrail, you're good with portals, right?
You watch as he jumps up, a lick of green fire lights along his blade as he and takes the head off a mind flayer and boom, boots the body away.
That's really cool.
And he looks to you and yes! He shouts.
We need to get after Ioulaum. He left.
He turns to look and notices that the brain is gone. You see his eyes kind of catch the sight of these golden runes, and his head turns to the dwarf on the other side of the throne room. And he sheathes his sword and begins to cast a spell. And you see blue motes of energy kind of emerging in front of his palms.
I'm also going to run over to Drool, just to
Okay.
make sure. Well, yes, thank you. Just to make sure he's okay.
Okay, so as you head over to Drool and you notice that the king is laid sprawled out in front of you, but it doesn't appear to be moving. As this happens, you see the defenders surge forward as they press into the Mind Flayers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything else, Badger?
I guess I'm just dodging, just in case.
Sure. Hiram, as you kind of step out of the altar and you're steaming slightly, you hear a voice from below shout,
Warhounds, we need you now!
and you recognize it from the dwarf from the Golden Chain.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, I am going to use 10 for my lay on hands.
Mm-hmm.
And then jump down. Actually, I'm going to get Battleshock to pick me up, and I'm going to fly down.
You're going to fly down. Okie dokie. So you swoop down alongside Badger and Drool on the back of Battleshark. And you see that the Mind Flayers are now being fully overwhelmed by the remaining defenders. What would you like to do?
Yeah, they got this.
Drool, you can see that a number of the Warhounds are coming down in various ways. We'll skip straight to Slate. Slate, you can see that Hiram has just swooped down, Badger's just jumped down. What do you do?
I'm going to also jump down and hope that as a watery being that will work out quite well for me.
Okay.
Fingers crossed, eh?
You belly flop off the...
I kind of want to land on my feet. That's my aim. With a little bit of a bend, support your knees and all that.
I mean, as a water elemental, everything's a bit amorphous, isn't it? But you make a sploosh as you hit the ground and then kind of reform back up into your main shape. Balthazar.
Balthazar will follow Slate and jump into Slate to slow his fall.
Okay, there is a...
Sorry, Slate!
There is a...
Yeah. Balthazar will probably belly flop. I think that's the safest option.
Okay, so
Balthazar just belly flop into the water elemental.
So you dive in and there's a sploop as you hit the water and just kind of get pushed out by Slate and you stand at the head of the throne room. And last but not least, Katya.
I think it's obvious how Katya gets down.
Oh yeah.
Rides the hands, plucking.
Like everybody chose a different method. I like it.
So, Katya, as you float down on your magic hand, yes, you all see that there are a number of the. Now you're a bit closer. You notice that the golden runes over where Ioulaum was, the way that they're formed in a dwarven script looks almost chain-like. And as you come down, you hear Rager shout out, "He got away!" And you hear Durgan Goldmane channeling this spell shouts out,
"Yes, but at least we know where he went!"
He shouts.
Oh, we do?
And you see Garabrail sort of conjuring this spell. Viraxis shouts out to you, breaks through the crowd of Mind Flayers, approaches the six of you. And as he looks at you, he reaches into a satchel, and as he pulls them out, what appear to be, they look like 6 golden pitons, with runic, dwarven runes carved up the side. And he throws the bag over to you, over to the group of you, and he shouts out,
"We'll finish up with the Mind Flayers here, but you,"
he says, and Garabrail finishes casting his spell, and a blue portal opens up inside the wall of force where Ioulaum was.
"You may need these to stop him escaping again,"
shouts the Dragon Ball.
Oh.
As this happens, Raedra steps forward with a roar and cuts a Mind Flayer in two as she shoulder barges her way through it. Axicas steps out from behind her, and alongside Magnus, Axicas brings a hand up and this dark energy materializes around her as you see ley lines erupt from her feet on the floor, and she fires a single black line of energy at where Ioulaum was as the disintegrate spell hits the shield and shatters it.
Dope.
Giving way to Garabrael's portal. As that happens, like Raja carries on running, looks to you all, takes a moment to stop to look down at her uncle. She clenches on her back teeth and she looks to you. Will you walk with me to our final encounter? She says.
I will.
You're one of the Warhounds now, Raedra, so you're walking with us.
She nods, and as you stand at the top of the throne room, looking out to the assembled defenders, and as they all look up to you, you see Magnus kind of give you a nod. We'll call it there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh dear.
Damn.
Wow.
And so, congratulations everyone on completing session 43.
Amazing. Well done, everyone. Well done, Dim Dan.
So,
that was very good.
Thank you. No, but well done, you lot. So, we will see where you end up in the next secret actual finale episode, the bonus finale episode.
They actually have a term for the pre-finale, it's called penultimate.
Yes. Thank you all for playing, and thank you all for watching. And hello, Julia.
Hi.
Hello, Julia.
Good to have you back.
Yay.
Yes, we will see what lies ahead of the Warhounds in their last final journey. But yeah, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. If you like what we're doing here on the channel, then we have loads of other stuff for you to watch. Make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. We've got loads of other stuff here on the channel for you to check out. There's videos all over the place, and we release them very, very regularly. We have a podcast. It's fantastic. It's got me and Anton and Carl in it, and sometimes other people.
Yes.
But it's really, really helpful if you all subscribe, because we all need to celebrate the end of a campaign, don't we? But with all that said, yes, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing once again. And I'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
The ritual which was threatening Suzail has been stopped, and the diadem, one of Ioulaum's greatest assets, is destroyed. As the Warhounds prepare to follow the Elder Brain, do they have the strength to finish the conflict he has started? Come back next time to find out. I've always found secret final boss fights to be pretty exciting, so here we are. We have one episode left, and I'm thrilled that you're here to see it. I hope you've enjoyed these episodes as much as we did playing them. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and comment down below. We have lots of videos on the channel, one of which you can find here. We also have regular content being released, so make sure to subscribe here and hit the bell icon for notifications of new uploads. So, with that said, thank you once again. Stay safe, and as always, may the realms endure.